Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So over on the other channel, I finally posted a video. It's been a few weeks. If you're experiencing any kind of blocks in your finances or you're trying to increase your wealth, there's a subliminal that's over there, so definitely check it out. I'll have that linked in the description box. And let's just get right into this. I feel like I've been pulled in just a little bit as I was setting up. I did a whole thing before I set up this time, so let's go ahead and let's just get into this. I'm using a deck today that is one of my more rare decks. I don't think I've ever used this on the channel. It's called the Stolen Child. And okay, let's go ahead. Oh, I feel like that's important. I didn't even put that together. I feel like that's important. Right off the bat, I'm seeing like ribbons, and they're like different colored ribbons. And so this feels a little bit like various areas of a person's life, almost like we're in review, which makes sense. It's December. We tend to do that. And it's like somebody is reviewing various areas of their life, and they're recognizing certain areas that maybe they feel that they can improve in the coming months. It's almost like understanding that every single one of these ribbons, where maybe we compartmentalized in the past and we thought, yeah, these are different areas of my life, they're all separate. We're really coming to the understanding that no, it all makes up who we are, right? And there's something here about the stolen child. It's almost like this feeling of having childhood stolen from us in some way. For some of you, it might even be this sense of like innocence or vulnerability that has been taken away. And it's like the work that you're doing now and trying to tweak these various aspects of your life, it's going to free up the mental energy to be able to allow you to sit in that vulnerability to a greater degree. I feel like some of you have left something behind. I'm feeling like this draft on the left, and yes, it's because there's a window, but I don't normally notice this. So it's like there's space that's opened up here on my left side. So we've left something behind for some of you. And in leaving this thing behind, this is just the first step in really adjusting different areas of our life. It's like that was the first step that we had to take. Some of you, you haven't recently left something behind. This is just a review that you're doing, okay? And it feels like this is really a moment of pure I don't ever say this, but here I am. Pure manifestation. I don't really know what's meant by that, but that's what was coming up, is that it's pure manifestation. Like the present moment that we're in is extremely powerful, and the decisions that we're making right now are extremely powerful for the future. And I do feel like whoever this message is for, you know that. Okay. There's a lot of ideas that are coming up. It's like I'm feeling my brain kind of tingling. So it's like a lot of mental energy is happening right now. For some of you, you may be interpreting that as chaos, and maybe it is, right? I'm not going to tell you it is or it isn't, but just remember that order can be created out of the chaos. There's new creations on the way, on the horizon. It's almost like, you know, trust that process, let that process happen. Your brain seems to be chugging out I don't think that's how that's said. It seems to be churning out some ideas or some new inspirations or new strategies, and it's a really good time just to lay it all out so that you can see it and you can decide which ones to take. You don't have to make any decisions right now. Okay. I know you're not nibbling on my journal. You know better. You know better. They're rambunctious. They haven't gotten a WALK in a few days. The weather here. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to read these images, and I'm going to show you this card real fast. And you notice those like hyenas. And this one's kind of like munching on that bone. It's trying to get every little bit. And this is kind of how I feel. I feel like someone right now, there's this building momentum and this building passion, this building fire, that action principle to do something, but it's almost like we're spending our mental energy thinking of every possible way that we could go about to achieve this thing. I don't know that this is something that we're actually acting upon. I feel that many of you are not, but right now it's just like we're thinking through every little detail and every little nook and cranny that we can so that we can come up with the best game plan. This is really beautiful because for me, when a person steps into that energy, this is where they're ready to really transform something, and they're ready to really create something for themselves. It's when people have an idea and they immediately rush into that idea that doesn't tend to last, right? But a person who's sitting there and they're really committing to thinking it through and really thinking about other options and the various ways they can go about something, this is where a person comes up with a game plan. And I feel like that's really what's happening here. Someone's coming up with a game plan for their future. Here we have the Four of Flame. And if you look, it's two different cranes. And I just heard as I looked at this, it's like because this is like an Eastern crane and a Western crane, so it almost made me feel like when East and West meet, somebody's integrating two different extremes within themselves. And that's kind of what it made me feel when I saw the ribbons and I felt that compartmentalizing. Someone's bringing those things together. So this could even be like a masculine, feminine aspect within you. This could be your lower self and what you conceive of as your higher self, if you use that term. There's this, even like the past and the future, it's like understanding the present moment. There's something here that's very balanced. It's like the middle pillar sort of energy. And this is causing something to open inside of someone's emotional space. I'm almost feeling like there's some sort of grief that has been sort of released. And I don't mean like gotten over. When I say released, I mean processed. It's almost like processed and fully integrated. That there's an experience there. There's like an experience there that maybe we didn't allow that to happen. And I'm just going to say this real fast because it is something that's coming through. It almost feels like for somebody there was a grief that we were holding on to because that was all that we had left of something, either a marriage or a person that passed away, or a friendship, or maybe even like a situation or an event that we had taken part of in that was really meaningful to us. There's something there about that, about understanding that holding on to the grief itself doesn't keep it around. You have your memories, you have your love for the thing. There's something about a turning over of a new leaf. Also something about reflections in the water. So I think that there's a lot of reflecting on the emotional states of things, whether it is all these various areas of our life and how they fulfill us and how they don't fulfill us. I do think in the future what this is leading towards is somebody really experiencing fulfillment, because all of those sorts of ribbons coming together and someone identifying, saying these are all parts of me, and how do I work on this, and how do I make this stand out more. This is really where a person kind of up levels, right? This is where a person kind of has that glow up, which also High Priestess tier, keep an eye out because we're going to be doing a 3-month glow up using Microhabits, which are easily manageable tiny habits that you can change in January. We're going to start that. So, okay. Here we have the 7 of Oak. And for me, the really significant thing about this is kind of that heart and the acorn, because they're kind of the same shape. There's a heart here on the kangaroo and then this acorn. There's something here inside the heart space that's trying to grow. There's something that's being created. And I don't know that this is really the goal for somebody right now. It's almost like a byproduct of this entire process. It's like releasing certain things that no longer are part of our life or no longer need to come with us, and then at the same time reprioritizing our energy to really improve certain areas so that we're happy with those areas. It seems to be clearing up subconscious space so that we can now start to experience a greater deal of vulnerability. Again, going back to that idea of the stolen child I was talking about. Oh, okay. I don't know what this means, but for somebody, there's like an understanding of the inner child on a deeper level, Here we have this card here. And so this is going to be the death card. Okay. Show you that image there. And this is really pretty to me because I'm looking at this as though this is a raven. I don't really know if that's what this bird is supposed to be. I'm imagining so. But you have this raven, you have what looks like Amanita muscaria, you've got a couple of albinos growing, and then you have this death moth. And this is all about the transformative processes of the deep psyche, right? So there's something very deep inside of our minds that has changed. I almost feel that whoever this reading is for, you can even look at it and say that the person that you were 6 months ago is not the same person that you are today. There's something on a very deep level that has changed about you. And not because something needed to change, there was something wrong with you, but there's an evolution that happened here. And I'm being brought back over here. There's almost like this, it's not a volcano, but it almost makes me think of a volcano, the way that it's rising off that hyena's back. Ooh, there may have been a hyena in the past and some sort of like volcanic explosion with said hyena. And this seems to be something that has started this process of transformation for somebody. Now I'm going over here to the lotuses, and the lotuses as they open, so this lotus for me is a symbol of like the true self, the authenticity. As it opens, there's like this flame. So someone here is getting really really deep into the core of who they are. And I feel that whoever this message is for, you've been on a really long journey of this, of really expressing your authenticity, of coming into a more authentic state. And now that we're wrapping up this year, I mean, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, but as we're like wrapping up whatever these things are, as we're analyzing these various aspects of our life, as we're understanding how they create the present moment, and the present us, and how we have the ability to shape those things going forward to create a new version of ourselves. Someone here has really learned a lot of flexibility. It's like there's control issues that may have been released, but also other areas of life where we haven't exerted control that we needed to, right? Where we're taking power away from others and away from situations, and we're putting that power back into ourselves. So I think there's a lot of really hard lessons that this collective has had, for sure. The desert's really standing out to me, and maybe that's how life has felt, is that it's been like this ginormous climb to get to where you are, and now maybe you felt like you've reached kind of a plateau, and this may be why you're looking at these various aspects of your life in order to get to the next state. So whoever this message is for, you're committed. You're like committed to this sort of, I think some people would term it like an ascent process. I always use the term like personal growth or personal evolution, and there's just, you understand that there's more to life, and that you are allowed to have more in your life. Some of you may partake in plant medicine, I'm seeing here, and some of you may be having something like that set up for December 21st, or whatever the next equinox or solstice is from the time that you're watching this. I don't know why that's what is coming through, but that's what's coming through for me. There's something about the feet in that, so I don't know if there's like dance as part of it, like ecstatic dance, but there's something about the feet and about the movement and the way that we're standing on our own 2 feet. So there's something about self-efficacy coming through, the things we're able to do for ourselves, the things that we aren't able to do for ourselves. Okay. This is a very powerful time of manifestation because of these energies. Again, all of that coming together and understanding that every little aspect is creating who we are, and this decision to improve upon certain things going into the future, this is manifestation. So someone's in a very heavy manifestation energy right now. We have the antelope and wheat, which is nourishment. And so this is about paying attention to the things that you put inside of your body, both, literally nourishment-wise, or even media, right? The things that you're watching and the energy that you're partaking in, the people that you surround yourself, the music that you're listening to. Because you're in such a heavy energy of manifestation, all of those energies are really creating your future. Your energy experience is always creating your future. Okay, and I love it that is followed by this. It's the spider and passion flower, creative ingenuity. And remember, that entire web is being created by that spider, right? It's just, I don't know, spiders are super fascinating. Here we have the bear and cedar, and this is leadership. This is about taking control of the direction that our life is heading, like being our own leader. Cedar has this like very beautiful smell, right? So there's something about the vibration, because I always call that our smell. It's like our spiritual smell is oh, so many jokes. But there's this vibration that we're putting out that is very pleasing right now. So you may be noticing that you're attracting more people are paying attention to you, or maybe you're getting more opportunities right now, or maybe you're having people network with you on social media that normally wouldn't network with you. There's something like that where we're emitting this vibration that's super positive, and it's very much in this manifestor's mindset. Whenever a person steps into that seat of self-sovereignty, people pay attention. They can just feel it off of you, right? And that's kind of what's going on here. It's almost like someone's aura has expanded and it's shining just a little bit brighter than it normally does. I love this energy because I feel that this collective, you're not doing this in this like doldrum sort of way, right? Like you're not like talking about this to your friends using like dulcet tones. Like you seem very excited about this. Like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do for myself, and I'm looking forward to this. You know, if you are talking to people about it, you might not. I actually feel that some of you, hey, don't bark in her ear. That's how she's going to go tone deaf. And I need her to know my tones, to know what I'm saying to her. Come here, come here, come here. Let's say hi. Let's say hi. Puppy time. Puppy time. And, oh, you two, I don't know if I can get you. You always run away. There's something here about really being positive and optimistic as we're going forward in the future. And I love that. I love that. There's a really good energy coming off of this. Like, whoever this message is for, you're in a really good energy right now. Okay. 2 cards. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. So, you guys know I always read how I shuffle or don't really manage to shuffle. So right there, drop some cards. So some of you might have to drop some things in order to really tidy up the loose ends that you want to. There may be some things that are going to be sacrificed. You may have already done that. There's something here about really consolidating your energy experience so that you have more energy available to you to commit to the areas that you want to grow in. Some of you, I almost feel like there's a lot of chaos happening in your mental space just because it's very busy right now. I don't know if I already said this or not. Time's doing something weird right now in this space. It's like it might be chaos, but it's nothing to worry about because order arises out of that chaos. It's like this is the chaos before something is created. So maybe your thoughts are going a mile a minute and you're really not used to that. Or maybe it's you know, you're just coming up with all these ideas and you're like, dear God, I just got to pick. You don't necessarily have to pick right now, right? I almost feel that this is a time period where in this manifestation state, it's really about getting clear first and then deciding what it is that we want and then using the energy of that manifestation state to create that. So here with the 10 of Cups, this is about happiness. And I do think that there's a lot of happiness here. Like I said, it feels very optimistic. But more than that, notice how she's like, she's holding on to one cup. I feel like that's the choice, right? We're going to choose something that emotionally fulfills us, that we're going to go in that direction. And it has because it's falling next to both of these, it has something to do with an area of life that nourishes us, but practices that nourish us, but it's going to pull in all areas of our life. Notice that the spider web, it's all these different threads, but they're all joined into one spot. And that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that again, we have all these areas of our life and someone's bringing them into a unified whole. And this is giving somebody in the future this feeling of completion, like fulfillment. Hence the 10 of Cups. Okay, one more card. The Star. Oh my God, I can't even make this up. Oh my God. And then the bottom you have the 10 of Pentacles. Really, yeah, there's definitely, this is my manifestation card, the 10 of Pentacles. So the Star, you know, liberation, hope, fulfillment. This is kind of like the end of an old way of life and the beginning of a new one. And we have a lot of phases like that inside of our life. You know, we always have these opportunities to reinvent ourselves and to become what it is that, you know, we value the most. And I think that whoever this message is for, you figured something out. It's like you had a really big perception shift, or you had some kind of aha moment or something where all of a sudden it just kind of made sense. You know, this is the direction my life is going. This is the direction it's always gone. And these are things I can do something about. It's like yeah, I can't shake that feeling. It's almost like I do think a lot of you left something behind in the last like 6 months. It's this feeling of having freed something up, and now as you heal from freeing that thing up, it's more and more energy is going into, for example, like settling down your nervous system and almost coming back to life. So I'd be willing to wager that whoever this message is for, there may have been a lot of trauma that you had to work through in the past in order to get to this point. Like I said, whoever this message is for, you've done a lot of work. And I think that whatever it is that you may have walked away from this last 6 months, that was kind of the thing that our like psyche or soul, or however you want to term it, was holding on to, that was almost preventing us from healing in some way. It seems like it was a symbolic representation of something for us. You know, maybe it was you know, if it's a relationship, maybe it was a person that was a symbolic representation of like wounds that you had from your parents, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole too much, but it's something like that, where we let go of something that symbolically was the same energy, just embodied in a different form. And when you allowed that to pass out of your life, you really showed yourself that you're capable of taking care of yourself and making yourself safe. So whoever's message of this is amazing energy. 10 of Pentacles, not only is it my manifestation card, this is greater community, and this can also be like legacy. So someone here, you may be focused on building a legacy for yourself, the things that will remain after you're gone, how you touch other people's lives, how you effectively change your little corner of the world. Okay, all right, so I think I'm going to leave that there, and say bye. Say bye. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment. And until next time.